I'm back, everybody. I want to do more review stuff, so I thought, why not just use the platform I have, to do some review stuff. Today, I'm reviewing the new Knuckles TV show that came out from the Sonic cinematic universe. And honestly, I'm going to give my thoughts, and at the end, I'm going to give you my review, if I recommend it, and stuff like that. I like the pace of it. It was definitely paced well. I like how the plot was went from at the beginning of Knuckles being, not fitting in with the rest of the people, the rest of the cast, and getting on his adventure. And I didn't see any of the trailers or anything before watching this. I just heard about it. I didn't know that Wade was going to be an important character in this, so when he brought Wade along too, I was thinking to myself that these two were the perfect choice, as they didn't have much character development yet. We didn't know much about them, stuff like that. What I don't like, I didn't like how some jokes didn't land for me. Some of them were hilarious, some of them were funny, but there were some of them that just didn't land or was kind of a little bit cringe. I do like the CGI in this. I thought it was going to be bad, but at least it's not ugly Sonic. I did think it was going to be bad because it's a TV show and they're going to spend less money on less time on animation because they got to get, more episodes and stuff out. But it really wasn't any worse. It was really good, actually. It was basically the same as the other movies. I do think that it was very predictable that Pistol Pete was going to be, a villain. Because obviously, if you watch the show, you could definitely tell Pistol Pete was going to be a villain. And I didn't like how that the main villain only appeared in the last 15 minutes. You could say that girl and that guy, I forgot their names, you could say that they were the main villain, I guess. But after watching the show and watching promotional material, I think the guy at the end was supposed to be the main villain. I don't even know his name. He was in the last 15 minutes. He was in a couple earlier episodes. I think he was in the second movie a little bit, but not really. But he was the main villain. He barely got any screen time and got beaten by Knuckles pretty quickly and easily. And I don't like that you couldn't really tell who the main villain was supposed to be either, because Wade had Lucas Clark, and he had the gun guys, the girl and the guy, and then there was the dude in the robot suit at the end who was Knuckles' villain, and then there was a bunch of random people. Just, you couldn't really tell who a main villain was. I didn't like all the random side villains. They were all cool and unique characters. There was cool fights with them, but I didn't like how I couldn't tell who the main villain was supposed to be. And eventually I figured out that guy, I think, was supposed to be the main villain because he seemed like a big bad guy. But I definitely think it needs a season 2. I liked it. I recommend it if you like the Sonic movies, or if you like Sonic in general. I recommend watching it. It was fun. It's only 3 hours, I think. Yeah, 3 hours maybe a little bit more. Worth of stuff to watch, and I'll give it a 6.5 out of 10. It's pretty good, maybe a 7. This video is pretty short, and not really heavy on editing. I don't know if I'm gonna keep footage of myself like this, or I'm gonna put footage over it. But at the end of this video, I'd like to say I did announce that I was retiring from YouTube, and I'd like to say that is no longer the case. I will continue to do YouTube. I will continue to do kill counts. I'm going to make them more structured towards what Dead Meat does, because I like what he does. He describes how they're made. He describes opinions, background stuff. He doesn't just do the kill counting like I do. I just summarize and do kill counting. I'm going to do different award type stuff at the end, probably the same awards. I'm going to award for different things though. I'm going to award best scene, stuff like that maybe. I'm gonna do more statistics at the end, and I'm gonna do full-length movies instead of just YouTube stuff. Which, I mean, I did a little bit with that with the Dragon Ball stuff, but those movies are short, short anyway. But yeah. Anyway, the first one I'm going to do will either be Mars Attacks or Killer Clowns from Outer Space. The second one I do will probably be the first Sonic movie. And then I want to do the second Sonic movie and the Knuckles TV show. That's my schedule right now. I don't know when those are going to come out. I might do one every month. Maybe one every 2 weeks if you guys are lucky. But most likely one every month. Whenever I upload the first one, the next ones are going to come out. The next one's going to come out in the next month. I can't promise you that. I'm just saying that's my plan right now. But I do have school. Summer's coming up. That's why I'm going to start this. I'm going to start the first one as soon as possible. Probably as soon as it's May 1st. Probably. Well, not as soon as, because it's 10:30 p.m. when I'm recording this on April 30th. It's going to be May 1st in an hour and a half. But yeah, anyway, back on the topic of the Knuckles show, I just want to say it's good. It's on Paramount Plus. I'd recommend you go watch it if you like Sonic, if you like the movies, or if you just want something to watch. Because you don't really have to, you don't really have to know the plot of the other two movies to watch this, because they don't really go in detail about anything. I mean, they kind of mention Knuckles' backstory, and if you haven't seen the other movie, then you don't really know his backstory. But you don't really. It's kind of iffy on that. You can still enjoy it without knowing the story. That's what I'll say. Yeah. But yeah, go check it out. I'll give more in-depth thoughts when that kill count comes out. Don't expect that for at least 6 months though, because like I said, I'm gonna do Mars Attacks or Killer Clowns from Outer Space first, and then I'll do the Sonic movies, and then I'll do the Knuckles TV show, and then hopefully Sonic 3 will come out by the time I get those ones done, so I can do that one as well. And my rule on release stuff is it has to be out for 2 weeks on streaming before I can do anything with it. So like, for example, this Knuckles TV show came out like 2 days ago, I think, maybe one. Fact check me on that in the comments, I guess. It'll have to be out for 2 weeks before I could actually cover it. I mean, it's going to be farther in the future, but you know what I mean. I don't even know if I'm in frame, because for some reason my laptop doesn't show me what I'm recording. And if this just turns out to be audio, yeah, I'm going to put footage over it. I'm probably going to put footage over it anyway. But, yeah. Today is April 30th, 2024. Let's see how long it takes for me to get this video out. And while you're here, subscribe, like the video, and go check out Raven on SoundCloud, BandLab, and YouTube, because that's my music account, and that's what I'm going to be focusing on mostly. Maybe not as much now, because I'm going to be doing YouTube and the music. Music is what I want to do for my career, but I've released a lot, and I don't release good music is the thing. I need to focus on making it good before releasing it. But at this point, I'm just yapping. I'm not even talking about Knuckles anymore. Go watch Knuckles. My review is 6.5 to 7 out of 10. Thank you for watching. Subscribe, and shout out Extreme Dave.